Okay, let's explore something I think is really transformative, but maybe happening a bit under the radar. It's how digital tools are just completely changing how organizations raise money.
Yeah, absolutely.
From small campaigns right up to major universities, the whole landscape of philanthropy is shifting and fast.
It really is.
So today we're doing a deep dive into the global fundraising software market. Our mission really is to unpack how these digital platforms are empowering, well, everyone, nonprofits, political campaigns, schools, all around the world.
And what's really striking, I think, isn't just that it's changing, but the sheer scale of the growth we're seeing.
Mm.
I mean, look at the numbers. This market, it was valued at about $1.84 billion just back in 2021
Okay.
in projection. It's expected to hit $2.72 billion by 2025.
Yeah.
And then it really picks up steam, potentially surpassing $5.96 billion by 2033.
Wow.
So we're talking about a compound annual growth rate that's the CAGR, the sort of average yearly growth of 10.3%.
That's huge.
It is. And this kind of expansion, it's really fueled by, well, organizations needing more scalable ways to manage their donors, right?
Sorry.
They need more efficient cloud-based tools to engage people. And crucially, they need the power of data-driven campaigns,
Yeah.
to reach the right people effectively.
That's a staggering jump, truly.
Yeah.
So, okay, when we look at this global digital surge, which regions are really leading the charge? Where's the innovation happening?
North America is definitely setting the pace. Projections show revenue hitting something like $2.48 billion there by 2033.
Like a big chunk.
A very big chunk. And the United States alone makes up over $1.93 billion of that. A lot of that's down to, well, high adoption of SaaS platforms, software as a service, those online tools.
Right. Cloud-based stuff makes it flexible.
Exactly. And they just have a very mature nonprofit infrastructure already in place. But here's a really interesting bit. Mexico, it's actually showing the highest regional CAGR at 12%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that tells us there's this rapid adoption wave happening, maybe smaller groups quickly jumping onto cloud tech for the first time.
That acceleration in Mexico is fascinating. Now, shifting gears a bit, what about Europe? How's Europe fitting into this picture?
Europe's looking strong, too. Forecast to reach about $988 million by 2033. That's with a pretty healthy 9.6% growth rate.
Okay.
A lot of that's driven by, tech-savvy organizations, particularly in the UK and Germany. They're really embracing sophisticated donor CRMs.
Customer relationship management systems, right?
Wow.
Like smart address books for supporters.
Precisely. Digital Rolodexes on steroids, basically. But what's also interesting is the rest of Europe. So maybe some emerging economies there. The segment's growing even faster. An impressive 13.1% CAGR. So that really points to massive untapped potential as more and more organizations across the continent go digital.
It really sounds like this innovation is bubbling up everywhere. Okay, let's look east. Asia Pacific, that feels like it's becoming a real hotspot for this tech. What's driving that?
Oh, absolutely. APAC is seeing incredibly rapid growth. It went from, $441 million in 2021 to projected nearly $1.59 billion by 2033. That's an 11.3% CAGR overall.
Huge growth.
Huge.
Yeah.
China's leading the pack there, forecasted at $568 million, just showing the sheer scale of its digital economy. But India has one of the highest individual growth rates, 12.4%.
And why is that specifically?
A big part of it is the rise of mobile-first platforms. Think of it, it's not just smartphones, it's micro-donations becoming easy and common.
Ah, right. Small amounts adding up.
Exactly. Small contributions through mobile apps, maybe from lots of different communities, building up substantial funds for NGOs, for schools. It's quite powerful.
Okay, so we've covered some major players. What about, say, South America, the Middle East, Africa? Are they part of this digital wave too? How's it looking there?
They certainly are, and their growth stories are just as compelling, really. South America, for instance, is projected to basically double its market size to $294 million by 2033. Brazil's a big part of that, almost half.
Okay. Regional leader there.
Yeah. Then in the Middle East, you've got countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE. They're adopting these platforms rapidly. That region's expected to hit $291 million by 2033. It reflects their wider digital transformation efforts.
Makes sense.
And Africa's showing really encouraging momentum. Forecast is around $321 million by 2033. South Africa and Nigeria are leading there.
And what's unique there?
Well, they're really benefiting from widespread mobile phone use, right? Mobile penetration is huge, and social media engagement. That's making fundraising much more accessible to a broader base than ever before.
Right.
So the overarching theme, really, across all these regions, it's clear the global fundraising software market isn't just growing in dollar terms. It's fundamentally transforming.
How so?
It's getting more sophisticated,
Mm.
more data-driven, and definitely more inclusive. We're seeing everything from cloud-based donor CRMs becoming standard to even AI-driven outreach strategies starting to personalize giving in new ways.
So, bringing this back home, what does this really mean for you, our listener? Whether you're maybe a donor yourself, a volunteer, or just someone interested in supporting causes you care about.
Yeah.
Well, this technology, it's genuinely empowering these organizations. It lets them expand their donor bases way beyond old geographical limits. And it makes the whole act of giving more efficient and hopefully more impactful all around the world.
And that really raises, I think, an important final thought for you to chew on. How might this massive global digital shift in fundraising ultimately reshape the entire landscape of philanthropy? You know, influencing not just how we give, but maybe even what kinds of causes gain traction, and how we as a society approach supporting them in the future. Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really digging into how technology is changing the game for fundraising.
That's right.
We're looking at how digital transformation is hitting nonprofits, charities, political campaigns, educational institutions,
Yeah.
basically how they connect with you.
Yeah, and our mission here is to unpack what's really driving this, the catalysts, but also the challenges organizations face on the ground.
And the trends shaping what's next.
Exactly. Think of it as a shortcut to understanding a pretty major shift in how causes get funded.
Okay, let's get into it. Our sources are showing a huge, undeniable demand for digital fundraising tools. The pandemic was a massive accelerator, wasn't it? Making online donations kind of the default.
It really was. It shifted preferences quickly.
And another big thing is automation. It frees up teams, letting them focus more on, telling their story and building real connections.
Absolutely. And what's really powerful now is how these platforms go way beyond just a donate button. They're smart. They function as intelligent CRMs.
CRM, customer relationship management.
Right. They use sophisticated analytics for data-driven donor management. So think really precise audience segmentation, personalized messages.
So you know who to talk to and when.
Exactly. The insight these tools give means organizations can spot when a casual giver might be ready for a bigger commitment.
Yeah.
It's based on data, not just intuition.
That's huge for retention.
Huge. And for finding those high-value supporters much more effectively.
And it's not just about bringing money in. Our research also flags regulatory compliance as critical.
Oh, definitely.
These software tools offer things like audit trails, clear reporting, basically helping organizations stay legally compliant.
Which is essential, especially for big campaigns or institutions dealing with grants, where careful records are non-negotiable.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, but it's not all smooth sailing, right?
Yeah.
There are definite hurdles.
For sure.
High implementation costs seems to be a major one, particularly for smaller nonprofits.
Yeah, the upfront investment plus subscriptions, training, it adds up.
It could feel pretty overwhelming if you don't have a huge budget.
It really can. And linked to that is the integration challenge. You have these new, shiny platforms.
Right.
But organizations often have older systems, maybe basic CRMs or even spreadsheets.
So trying to make them talk to each other.
Exactly. It can mean complicated data migrations, compatibility headaches. It's often complex and costly work.
Like putting a jet engine in a vintage car, maybe.
Yeah, something like that. It takes careful handling.
And then there's the whole issue of donor privacy that keeps coming up.
A very big concern now.
Organizations need to personalize outreach, which donors often appreciate, but they have to navigate these evolving data protection laws like GDPR or state-level rules.
It's a tightrope walk. There's much more scrutiny now on how data is gathered and used. The tech needs to support compliance and effective engagement.
Okay, let's shift gears to the future. Some really exciting trends are emerging. First up, AI.
Yes, artificial intelligence.
Machine learning is enabling predictive modeling. So AI can potentially tell you which donors are most likely to give to this specific campaign right now.
Instead of just blasting everyone.
Exactly. It optimizes strategy, allows for real-time, tailored interactions, using things like automated segmentation or even chatbots.
And then there's the mobile explosion. Mobile-first fundraising is huge.
Can't ignore it.
Providers are really focusing on optimizing the mobile experience. Things like text-to-give, dedicated apps, integrating with digital wallets like Apple Pay or Google Pay.
Making it super easy.
Yeah, meeting the expectations, especially of millennials and Gen Z who expect that convenience. They're becoming a massive donor group.
And finally, maybe the most potentially disruptive trend, Blockchain.
Ooh, okay. Tell me more.
Well, it offers radical transparency. Donors could potentially trace exactly where their funds go on an immutable ledger.
Building trust.
Exactly. And smart contracts, these self-executing digital agreements, could automate recurring donations or streamline grant payments.
Interesting. And crypto.
Yeah, and enabling crypto donations too for those tech-savvy donors. It opens up new ways to give.
So wrapping this deep dive up, it's really clear fundraising software isn't just a nice to have anymore.
Oh, what?
It's becoming truly mission critical. It shapes how organizations run, how they engage, and ultimately how they grow their impact. AI, mobile, blockchain, these aren't just buzzwords, they're making fundraising smarter and more effective.
So here's something for you, our listener, to think about.
hmm
With all this increasing transparency and personalization, how does that fundamentally change the relationship between you, the donor, and the causes you care about?
Mm.
Are we moving past just transactional giving towards something deeper, maybe a new era built on verifiable trust and seeing your direct impact? It's definitely something worth pondering.